The girl only wrote a book about the regent, never expecting it would accidentally fall into his own hands. The regent flew into a rage after reading the contents. To catch the author writing under the pen name Salted Fish Hermit, he patrolled the bookstore every day with his guards. Sure enough, a mysterious person came to deliver a new work that day. The shopkeeper desperately signaled with his eyes, but the girl failed to understand his hint. When the man saw her sneaky appearance, he immediately decided she was the one, and tried to lift her disguise at once. Little did he know the Salted Fish Hermit was his fiancée. The girl was a college girl who traveled from the 21st century to have books to read even in ancient times. She wrote the crush of all young girls in the city into her book. It became an instant bestseller upon release. But when the book was selling well, the man sent men to seize all copies. The girl grew angrier the more she thought about it. She even secretly complained at the regent's victory banquet. But the moment she saw the regent, she was deeply attracted by his stunning looks. What the girl didn't know was, the regent had long noticed her. Because the regent had been poisoned since childhood, the royal tutor told him without a girl with pure young birth date, he would not live past the next year. And she was the only one in the country who qualified. Yet she was plain looking reclusive and a bit slow-witted. He then knelt before the emperor in front of all officials to ask for a marriage. Everyone was shocked at the scene, for the late emperor had granted the regent exemption from kneeling, yet he humbled himself so much for a woman. People guessed she must be extraordinarily beautiful. Then the emperor summoned the girl to the court, asking if she would marry the regent as his consort. The man thought the position was the dream of many noble ladies. How could she refuse? But after struggling, she loudly refused. She forced out tears and pretended to be sad, saying her birth date was too hard for high-ranking husbands, afraid she would bring bad luck to the regent. But the regent looked unconcerned upon hearing this, claiming he had already checked their birth dates, that they were a perfect match. He told the emperor she was just too shy to talk nonsense. The emperor gave a knowing look, pretending not to see her helplessness, and immediately decreed their marriage. Early the next morning, the girl went to the temple to pray for an early divorce, and for her books to sell well across the market. Little did she know the regent heard every word. He stepped forward and asked what book deserved such prayer. The girl panicked, lying she sold books of sages, saying she was a proper scholar. But as soon as she finished speaking, the hidden book about the regent fell from her arms. She tried to pick it up, but the regent got there first. After reading the big words on the cover, he realized she was linked to the person he hunted for days. The girl quickly lied to save her life, saying the book portrayed the regent as great and charming, so she sold it to promote his good reputation. The man's face darkened at this. He immediately scolded her for being shameless, but the girl said she only objectively judged artistic creation. The regent stormed back to his mansion in anger, thinking she not only refused him publicly, but also wanted a divorce every day. He feared his fatal doom would not be solved, so to get closer to her, he ordered guards to send all treasures and latest jewelry. But the girl showed no joy at the gifts. Instead, she felt troubled, because she only wanted to live a lazy life, afraid the attention would bring jealousy. She scoffed, saying the prince's gift seemed shabby. The guard was left speechless. The girl thought he would see her as greedy, but the guard gave her the key to the treasure vault, saying she could take anything she wanted. The girl decided to teach the regent a lesson, so she wrote a book about the regent and his personal guard, hoping when it sold well, the man would be too ashamed to marry her. Then she disguised herself, and took the book to her usual bookstore. Little did she know she was walking into a trap, because the regent had been waiting there to catch the Salted Fish Hermit. Seeing her sneaky behavior, he decided she was the one he sought. He wanted to see who dared to be so bold.